You've likely done it for most of your life. It's familiar, it's private, it seems harmless, maybe even comforting. But here's something few men talk about. After age 70, even something as natural as self-pleasure, if done without awareness, can quietly place extra strain on your heart, restrict healthy circulation, and in some cases, even become life-threatening. There was a gentleman, 73 years old, who passed away alone in his bedroom. The cause, what was meant to be a simple, personal moment, turned out to be a silent, fatal mistake. I'm Dr. James, and I've spent over 30 years working with men to help them stay strong, confident, and sexually healthy through all stages of life. Now, you may have been told that masturbation is safe, and in many ways, it is. But after 70, the body changes. Blood flow slows. Recovery takes longer, and what once felt routine now requires a bit more care. In this video, I'll walk you through 4 key mistakes that older men often make, and what you can do differently to stay safe and supported. And I strongly urge you to listen all the way through, because mistake number 3 is not only the most common, it's also the most dangerous. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed and that the bell is turned on, so you never miss content made specifically for men in their 70s and beyond. And if this conversation speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback helps us shape future content around what really matters to you. All right, let's begin. Here's the first silent mistake many men make without realizing it. Mistake 1. Masturbating when you're tired, sore, or physically depleted. It might seem harmless. Maybe you've had a long day, you didn't sleep well the night before, you did some yard work, you're achy, a little worn out, and you think, a little release might help me unwind before bed. But here's what most men don't realize. Even though it's a private and familiar act, masturbation still puts stress on your body. And after 70, your body doesn't handle stress the same way it once did. Your heart may not pump as efficiently. Your arteries may be less elastic. Your blood pressure might swing more easily. And if you're already tired, already low on reserves, adding the physical stimulation of masturbation can tip your system into unsafe territory. I've seen it firsthand. Many older men tell me they felt lightheaded or dizzy afterward. Some report tightness in the chest, shortness of breath, or a racing pulse. One man, 74, in generally good health, collapsed in his bathroom after masturbating late at night, following a full day of outdoor chores. His body was already worn down. That extra push? It was too much. Here's what's happening inside the body. When you're fatigued or even slightly dehydrated, your system can't regulate blood pressure as smoothly. During or right after climax, your pressure may drop suddenly. That's called postural hypotension, and it can lead to fainting, falls, or worse, a cardiovascular event. Beyond the physical danger, there's an emotional side too. Many men feel embarrassed. They think, how could something so normal cause a scare like that? Others downplay it, blaming a bad night's sleep or brushing it off. But the pattern repeats, and little by little, pushing through fatigue chips away at your resilience. It puts strain on your heart, affects your hormone levels, and gradually erodes the confidence you feel in your body. So what's the solution? Start by checking in with yourself. Are you rested? Have you eaten? Had water? Moved your body gently today? Your body deserves ease, not effort. Pleasure should come from a place of strength, not exhaustion. Taking a few moments to prepare, to hydrate, breathe, and let your system settle can make the difference between safe enjoyment and silent stress. Because this isn't just about satisfaction. It's about long-term vitality. And the choices you make today, they shape how strong, alert, and connected you feel tomorrow. Now, if that caught you off guard, just wait for mistake number 2. This next one isn't about your body at all. It's about your mindset and how approaching intimacy on autopilot can slowly work against your well-being. Mistake 2. Rushing through without being mentally or emotionally present. For many men, in their 70s, self-pleasure becomes a habit. It's done quickly, quietly, maybe even with a bit of guilt. It's no longer a moment of connection, just a routine, something you get through and move on from. Why does this happen? For some, it's years of cultural conditioning. For others, religious guilt. Sometimes it's just the belief that people my age shouldn't care about this anymore. Whatever the reason, the act becomes mechanical. No real intention, no presence. Just an automatic behavior done out of habit. But here's what happens when you rush it. Your nervous system doesn't fully relax. Instead, your body slips into a low-level state of stress. Your breathing shortens. Your muscles tighten. Your thoughts may drift. All of this restricts blood flow, tenses the pelvic floor, and sends mixed messages to your body. Instead of registering this as a safe, pleasurable moment, your body experiences it as pressure, not peace. Over time, this subtle tension has a real impact. Blood flow to intimate areas diminishes. Sensitivity goes down. It becomes harder to maintain or enjoy arousal. And emotionally, the disconnection grows. I've had men tell me they feel numb afterward, not just physically, but emotionally, like the act didn't really satisfy anything. That's because the body craves more than release. It craves awareness, connection, and care, even in private moments. When you approach self-pleasure as something to get over with, you rob yourself of what it can truly offer: relaxation, comfort, a return to presence, and in many cases, healing. So here's what to do instead. Slow down, turn off distractions, bring your attention back to your breath, your body, your sensations. Treat the moment not as a task, but as something you're allowed to enjoy fully, without shame. This shift doesn't just improve your experience, it supports healthier circulation, steadier hormones, and a better relationship with yourself. Because pleasure isn't just physical, it's a state of peace between body and mind. Some men think the solution is to push harder, to increase stimulation or chase more intensity, hoping that will fix the issue. But intensity isn't the answer. In fact, it often creates more pressure and more stress. What the body truly needs, especially after 70, is the opposite: to slow down, to breathe deeply, to be present. When you give yourself that space, when you let go of pressure and bring awareness into the experience, something powerful happens. Your nervous system settles. Your blood vessels open. Circulation improves. Your body responds with less resistance. And your mind feels calm instead of rushed. I've seen it again and again. Men who shift toward a slower, more mindful approach often notice stronger erections, better sleep, less anxiety, and a surprising return of emotional closeness. Not just with their partners, but with themselves. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. Your body is still capable of feeling good. It just needs your attention, not your urgency. So if you catch yourself rushing, ask yourself why. Is it because you're trying to finish quickly before someone walks in? Are you carrying shame from the past? Or have you quietly decided that, because of your age, you no longer deserve full, meaningful intimacy? You do deserve it. You still deserve time. You deserve care. And you absolutely deserve respect from yourself, most of all. Let me ask you, when was the last time you slowed down and really allowed yourself to feel, not just physically, but emotionally? If it's been a while, maybe it's time to return to that space, to rediscover the quiet pleasure of being in tune with your own body. Now, speaking of things we rarely think about, the next mistake might truly surprise you. It has nothing to do with your pace or your emotions. It's about your physical position, and how something as simple as where you do it could quietly put your safety at serious risk. Mistake 3. Choosing unsafe or unsupported positions. Most men don't even question it. They've been doing things the same way for decades. Standing in the shower, leaning over the sink, or sitting at the edge of the bed. It's routine. It's familiar. But after 70, your body has different needs. Balance isn't what it used to be. Circulation slows. Your ability to bounce back from sudden movements or pressure changes is more limited than you might think. And here's the danger. When you're standing, especially in a place like the bathroom where surfaces are slick, your body is in a fragile state. Blood flow shifts rapidly. Your knees may lock. Your heart rate spikes. And after climax, blood pressure can drop suddenly. That's called post-orgasmic hypotension. And for older adults, it can lead to fainting, loss of balance, or even a dangerous fall. I've seen it happen more than I'd like to admit. A man finishes, takes a step to turn away, and collapses with no warning at all. I'll never forget one man, 76 years old, who passed out in the shower. Prior heart issues, he broke his hip. Dizziness beforehand, but the combination of heat, standing, and a sudden blood pressure dip created the perfect storm. He was alone, and he lay there, in pain, for nearly an hour before someone found him. That one incident changed the course of his life. His mobility never fully returned, all because of a moment he didn't realize could be risky. And it's not just about falls. Even without dramatic accidents, constantly masturbating in awkward or unsupported positions, hunched over, twisting your hips, tensing your legs, can create lasting tension in the lower back, pelvic floor, and surrounding nerves. Over time, this builds discomfort, numbness, and even muscle weakness, making future intimacy feel harder or less enjoyable. Most men never stop to think about it. They just do what they've always done. But your body now needs something different. It needs support. A seated, grounded, and relaxed position isn't a luxury. It's essential. Having your feet on the floor, your back supported, and your environment stable reduces risk, eases tension, and encourages healthy blood flow. This one change could be the difference between a calm, restorative experience and a preventable injury. But it's not just physical. Creating a safe, intentional space sends a powerful message that you value yourself, that you're treating your body with dignity, not rushing out of habit or shame. That shift in mindset, from hidden to honored, can change everything. So let me ask you, when was the last time you truly thought about your safety during these private moments? Are you giving your body what it needs today, or still following patterns from decades ago, hoping nothing goes wrong? Because the next mistake we'll look at isn't about posture or pace. It's even deeper. It's about the small signals your body has been giving you, signs you may have been ignoring, dismissing as just aging. And missing them could cost you more than you realize. What makes this final mistake especially harmful is how silently it grows. Many older men begin to notice small changes, maybe less sensation, slower arousal, or a weaker response than before. But instead of reaching out, they retreat. They feel embarrassed. They assume it's just age. And rather than asking questions or seeking support, they say nothing. They carry it alone. And in that silence, they not only delay help, they start to lose something deeper: confidence, closeness, and the sense of connection they once had with their own body. But here's the good news. You can turn this around. When you stop brushing these signals aside, when you stop telling yourself, this is just what happens, you unlock the power to act early and wisely. It might be a simple conversation with your doctor, a bit of blood work, a few mindful changes to what you eat, how you move, or when you rest. The truth is, many of the issues that feel scary at first are often manageable. Some are even reversible if you catch them in time, but you have to be willing to listen. Your body has carried you for 70, 75, maybe even 80 years. It deserves more than your attention when something breaks. It deserves your respect the moment it begins to whisper. So don't ignore those gentle nudges. Don't wait for the crisis. The early signs, the ones you've been tempted to dismiss, are often the only warning you'll get. And now that you know the four most common mistakes men make after 70, there's a bigger question waiting to be answered. How do you shift from risk to resilience? How do you protect your circulation, rebuild confidence, and make the most of the meaningful years ahead? Let's bring it all together. Now you've seen the full picture. 4 mistakes that may seem small, even harmless, but carry real consequences if ignored. Pushing your body when you're already drained or dehydrated might seem innocent, but it quietly adds strain to a heart that no longer bounces back the way it once did. Rushing through private moments without peace or presence, that creates tension, not pleasure, and turns what should soothe you into a stress your body has to carry, doing it while standing, leaning, or unsupported. It may feel like no big deal until a fall, a fainting spell, or a fractured hip changes everything. And most dangerously, ignoring the signs, telling yourself it's just age, turning away from what could be an early warning, and missing your best chance to protect your future. These aren't scare tactics. This is reality. I've spent decades listening to men just like you, proud, private, strong, and I've seen firsthand how fast things can change when those whispers are ignored. But I've also seen what happens when a man chooses to listen, when he honors his body's needs instead of rushing through habit, when he swaps shame for self-respect, when he trades denial for awareness. He doesn't just avoid problems, he reclaims something deeper: his confidence, his dignity, his right to feel connected, capable, and calm in his own skin. And you deserve that too. Aging doesn't mean giving up on pleasure or connection. It simply means learning to approach both with more intention, more gentleness, and more wisdom. So here's what I want you to remember. You are not broken. You are not past your best. You are in a new season of life, and that season deserves every bit of care, attention, and love that came before it. So, what will you do now? Will you keep doing what you've always done, hoping for different results? Or will you take one small step toward a more mindful, more grounded, more you version of intimacy and well-being? The choice is yours, and your body is ready. If you are, these lessons are here to help you live fully and honestly, without fear, without shame. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing that stood out to you today? Something you're going to apply to your own life. Take a moment and share it below. Let's support one another on this path of better aging, better health, and deeper self-respect. If this message resonated with you, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your thoughts help us make content that truly serves you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos focused on helping men over 70 stay strong, clear, and connected. Thank you for being here. And here's to living life with purpose, presence, and pride on your own terms.